the most hip and happening children's news that takes you from our beautiful shores to all across the globe. Igama lam ngumhlonhlo Buhle Kelepa, inzwakazi yasemampondomiseni, and once again, it's a pleasure to be with you today right here on SABC2, where you belong, on SABC Plus as well as DTT. As per the usual, I'm not alone. I'm with my beautiful co-host Bonolo.
Dumelang babuhi re amohela ho lenaneo le la rona la Kids Newsroom. Lebitso la ka ke Bonolo Moahlodi di bantse mbarake Miss B, Morara Miss T, Moahlodi D, the Bonnie B Bonbon. Let's get straight into our headlines.
Against all odds, a young lady shares how she survived one of the toughest experiences a young girl can endure.
We look at some local board games to get away boredom these days, these holidays, and our viewers at home can also stand a chance to win.
We end off today's lineup with a performance by a talented model, dancer, and singer, Hloni Mkhwetyana. These and so much more in the bulletin.
For now, let's see what's making headlines in our very own country.
Re lebeletse tše di tšerego šedi mo bekeng ye, re thoma ka ditaba tše di nyamišago kudu. Tirelo ya segopotšo sa Nomthandazo Mashiane, moswa wa mengwaga ye 30, e swere legaeng la gabo ka Tsakane ka Laboraro. Se tla ka morago ga tiragalo ye e nyamišago mo Nomthandazo wa mphato wa seswai go tšwa sekolong se se phagamego sa Gedelsdorp ka Tsakane Ekurhuleni, o tšere bophelo bja gagwe ka morago ga go hlaselwa le go tlaišwa ke baithuti ba seswai sekolong sa gagwe go ya ka dipego go tšwa go baithuti ka kgoro ya thuto. Molato wa go hlaselwa o butšwe stationeng sa maphodisa sa Tsakane. Setšhaba se ile sa tšwa ka dipalo go bontšha thekgo, gomme o tla bolokwa ka mokibelo wo mabitleng a Tsakane. Rena bjalo ka KNR re rata go romela matshedišo a rena go ba lelapa le bagwera. Badudi ba toropo ye kgolo ya Afrika Borwa ya Johannesburg ba ile ba makatša ke lehlwa la mathomo mo mengwageng ya go feta ye 10 ka mošupologo. Ba bangwe ba bana ba ile ba bona lehlwa la mathomo mola dikarolo tša Afrika Borwa di amogela lehlwa ka mehla dikgweding tša marega tša karolo ya borwa ya lefase go dikologa June go fihla ka August. Go la Johannesburg ba ile ba bona lehlwa la mathomo ka morago ga lebakanyana. Re rata le go ka tseba gore lena ka ge le le bagwera ba rena ba KNR gore na le dula le ruthetše jwang nakong ye ya marega. Aowa, tše ke tše re na leng le tšona go national rap ya rena.
Njengesiqhelo salapha ekhaya, let's cross our borders and check out what's happening across the globe.
In news around the world, we begin in Lebanon. The alleged abuse of toddlers at a daycare has sparked alarm over the physical and emotional well-being of children in the country. This comes after distressing footage emerged on social media showing a woman, reportedly a staff member at the Gadariv daycare outside the Lebanese capital, striking toddlers on the head and face as she fed them and repeatedly forcing food into their mouths even as they cried. This has prompted an outcry from parents. Meanwhile, the internal security forces said in an online statement that it had detained 2 people on Monday night. Off to Pakistan. More than 1,000 villagers living along a river in Pakistan's Punjab province were evacuated from their homes recently. This comes after the Provincial Disaster Management Authority in the city issued a high alert warning that low-level floods were expected, compounding a flood risk in the South Asian country as a whole. As a result, villagers waded through floodwater with their young children and belongings, while others headed livestock across flooded areas to get to safety. On to Israel now. More than 130,000 Palestinian boys and girls in Gaza have joined summer camps run by the United Nations to give them a break from the stresses of living in a strip of land that is under an economic blockade and often embroiled in conflict with Israel. The Palestinian children, including those with disabilities, will over 4 weeks participate in a series of activities including sports, drawing, handicrafts and language learning. Palestinians have lived through several wars with Israel since 2008. And lastly, in Brazil, locals and tourists are thrilled to visit the world's largest dinosaur park in Rio de Janeiro to get close to life-size animatronic dinosaurs and seek an adventure in real rainforest. This park features 40 impressive lifelike dinosaurs, while the open-air museum also offers other attractions such as suspended tree-top trail and a zip line to fly over the Atlantic forest. And on that note, that's a wrap for your news around the world.
This next story is a clear example of how people can overcome even the worst circumstances. It was on Good Friday last year when a 15-year-old, whose identity has been concealed to protect her, violently lost both her eyes when she was brutally raped in the woods, turning a teenager's bright future into one of the most misfortune and uncertainty. But through great support and internal resilience, the young girl continues to inspire. We caught up with her to find out how she manages to live her new life. Please take note, this story may be distressing to some sensitive viewers.
Latshona emini ilanga libalele kwintwazana neminyaka engama-50 ngethuba idlwengulwa ngepasika kunyaka ophelileyo. Eli xhoba lafunyanwa ecaleni kwendlela kufuphi nehlathi limanxeba-nxeba ligcigca igazi lonzakele ngokumasikizi.
Ndambona sisixabisizayo but ndambonela sekelapha kufitshane nam. That manzama ubaleka but ke wanibamba wandivala amehlo wandivala umlomo sogqibi wantsadela ngasihlathini.
So uye waphumela njani ke ngoku?
Kokhona icawe yayikhona ndandisazibana umgwaqo kweli cala ngaseleft, so ndazama ukuya ngakhona ndiva nesound zemoto ngaphandle kwehlathi, so ndaphuma leyo ndlela besisi.
Safumana ifowuni thina sisemsebenzini ndixelela into yobana umntana urejiwe wagqibe wagwazwa ukuthi uve into ethi bham apha entloko. Xa ephuma ehlathini wafike wawa ecaleni kwendlela apho waye wafunyanwa khona sekumnyama. Xa sesifumana ke ngokuna ke i-feedback koogqirha basixelela into yobana wakhutshwa nenantsika iingcambu ezi zamehlo.
Ngexesha oogqirha bamexabana ndisanophinde ndikwazi ukubona kwakhona akakhala futhi, kodwa ke ngokunzima ubana ndamkela ubana ubomi bam bonke anobona. Ndandicinga uba ndisanophinde ndikwazi ufunda, ndisanophinde ndikwazi uzenza into bendikade ndizenza ndibona. My favorite subject i-business studies.
Uthanda i-business studies?
Ewe sis.
Why business studies?
I-business studies iyafundisa ubana i-business ziqhutywa njani.
But I'm happy ngumntwana. You know, kufika kwami man sikolweni nafika, hey umntana all right. Uthi ke behind the same hlathathu lahlobo lam that uyo man. Ithini kanene kholola. Xa u-education MEC esithi family ndimfumanela umntana isikolo. Ndizambeka kwalapha ephondweni. Uzaba kufutshane ekhaya. But ikhaya lathi remember lo mntana ngoku akasaboni and uyanida support. Ekhaya uhlala nomakhulu. Bamthatha bamzisa kweli phondo. Isikolo siyamzama umntwana. Ubhala ngalaa nto iyikrwelayo. Le kuba iphepha ile zerhorofu ibraille. Uqhufu loo nto ixela into yobana ubomi bakhe lo mntwana khange bume kwakufika le nto. Noba lo mntu bemenza into but lo mntana survived against all odds.
Ubomi bomntu obonayo nobomi bomntu ongaboniyo buyafana, because yonke into abantu ababonayo bakwazi uyenza nathi siyakwazi ukuyenza ngale ndlela abayenza ngayo.
Ibuhlungu kakhulu into owajongana nayo, umntu omtsha ojongileyo naye othi uyayifuna inkuthazo, amazwi enkuthazo athini?
Ngingabakhuthaza sisi ngithi noma ngubani noma isiphi na but mangaba khona into abhekene nayo sisi anganokwazi uyichinja. Kumele ayamkele kuqala ukuze ubomi bakhe buqhubeleke ene ulule ubani uyamkele mangaba khona abantu abahleli bekubonisa ubana ngenye imini kuzoba right abahleli bekubonisa indlela abakubonisa nokubana bayakuthanda.
Kwindaba yemibuzo nentsunguzi zobumnyama, hlala ukhumbule ukuba amafu ayahlangana. Vuka uzivuthulule kuba kulahlwa mbeleko ngakufelwa. Kwindaba ze SABC, ndimlo ukholosa Lubisi uMadlongoti.
We do hope that justice will be served to those who committed this heinous act on this young girl. But I must say that her strength is commendable, and I hope you too at home feel encouraged to face head-on on whatever challenge you may be staring at. There is hope, and you should not give up.
Totally agree with you, Buhle. And while we go take a break, let's take some time to reflect. And as we promised on our social media platforms, one caller at home stands a chance to win on our bulletin today, so we stay tuned out for more. Welcome back to all our SABC2 and DTT viewers. These last couple of days, our winter school holidays have been extremely cold, which meant most of us wouldn't want to be outside. So how did you keep the boredom away? Well, instead of TV and the phone, did you know that board games are also a good way and entertaining way to spend time with family and friends? Today in our studio, we have Mr. Stefan Roets, production manager, who's going to talk to us about some uniquely SA board games we can enjoy during holidays, over the weekends, and during load shedding. Good afternoon, Mr. Stefan. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Welcome to Kids Newsroom. So can you just tell us what are strategy games and why are they so good?
Okay. There's different types of board games. They all really improve your brain function. There's strategy games. There's some games that focus on your creative problem solving, some that focus even on your dexterity. Some of the great strategy games that we have is Catan, where you have to accumulate resources. You want to build cities and roads and settlements. You have to trade with your opponents. It's a great fun team play.
Okay, so what are good quick entertainment games? Let's say the kids are on the road or they don't have time to actually set up a game and actually have that time. What games are quick for a short period of time and are also very entertaining?
There's a couple of great games if you've got only 5 or 10 minutes to kill, or as you say, you want to play in the back seat of the car or as a restaurant, maybe while you're busy traveling. Spot It is kind of like Snap, but with pictures. So you just have to find matching symbols. Bananagrams is a fun word building game. It's all about the speed and improving your word vocabulary. And we've also got 5-second rule, which just tests your general knowledge.
Okay, so can you just demonstrate for me which game and how is it played? Because for other kids also out there.
Perfect, yeah, well, 5-second rule. In this game, you've got 5 seconds to answer a question. You have to give 3 answers that match the prompt. So we can give it a quick go.
Okay, let's give it a go.
Okay. I'm going to ask you, name 3 African countries.
Okay, Congo, Zambia, Namibia.
Oh, that's great. Very quick, very quick.
I did. So actually, this game is actually very fun. So it could also be played on the road.
Exactly. There's even a small travel edition that's pocket size, so it fits easily into a bag. You know, great to take anywhere.
Now, guys, I literally want to get our viewers at home a chance to stand to win a board game.
Correct.
So now, I think that we have a caller on the line. Hello and welcome to KNR and SABC2.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Sithetha nabani ephi while Stefan is showing us how to work on these games.
A young model and a tiger lover.
Actually going like how.
And now, just tell us quickly, Snelly Zindogokbana, which of our stories on the show today stood out for you?
The story that I like the most is about the international stories.
Yes, we do have the international stories. And is there a place that you would like to go to one day overseas so that you can get us global news?
Yeah.
Where would that be?
I would like to go to America.
You have won yourself a game, so make sure that you get onto all of our social media platforms on how you are going to get one of these games to you so that you can smart up right here in South Africa. So if you would like to stand a chance as well, make sure that you get onto all of our social media pages. Stefan, thank you so much for being with us on the show today with these proudly South African games.
It's been great. Thanks for the opportunity.
Wena ke ekhaya ungayindawo siyabuya ngoku siyi Kids Newsroom. You are right. We are still here on SABC2, where you belong, as well as DTT and SABC+. Welcome back. Right now, I am with the one and only Shonela Mkhwetyana, who is a young wave maker from the beautiful province of the Eastern Cape, the home of legends, and has been making waves all across the globe. She's an actor, dancer, model, and singer. She finds her expressions on the stage by exploring her creative side. Shoni, welcome. And you know, we're very excited to have you.
I'm so excited to share what I have with you guys, a little performance. But yeah, I'm super excited.
Now, for those who do not know who Shoni is, who are you? What are you about? Tell us about yourself.
No problem. My name is Shonela Mkhwetyana. That's my full name on Instagram, yourgirl_Shoni. I'm 13 years old. I act. I went to New York Film Academy in Los Angeles when I was 10 years old.
Wow.
I'm a singer and a performance, which you guys will see in a minute. So excited about that. I'm a dancer. I've been dancing since I was 2 years old. I started with ballet, and then I found myself like, oh, I love, you know, grooving to music. Yes, I really enjoyed that. So I carried on. I still dance right now. And I'm a model as well.
Yes.
I started modeling when I was 10 years old, really. And, you know, I am your Miss Preteen Universe, second runner-up. I went to represent South Africa in February this year.
Yes.
And I'm so happy with the results, especially because we had some challenges. I arrived 3 days late to the whole pageant. It was really just very hectic, but I'm so happy I didn't give up, you know. And I walked New York I walked New York Fashion Week last year when I was 13 years old. It was amazing.
Just
an amazing
13?
Yes, I worked for Chick NYC and Young Gods. Amazing experience, honestly. And, you know, I am going back to walk New York Fashion Week, but I'm not only going to walk, I'm also going to host there in September.
Which is absolutely stunning. Now, with all of this singing and dancing and performing, how do you manage all of that with high school?
Yeah, it is very, very, very stressful. I cannot lie, because having to skip some school and then, you know, having to go all over the place. I'd like to say it's really just time management, being able to manage my time. There is a time for everything, time to play, time to actually focus on books as well, because that's very, very important. So, you know, I like to say time management and knowing when the right thing to, when it is to do the right thing, you know. There's a time for everything.
So now tell us, what does a typical day look like in your life? Because we want to know how you keep it all up. The dancing, the school, New York, the performing, the academics, maths, I mean,
maths, oh my God. But it's actually my favorite subject.
Yes.
A typical day, actually, when I'm not busy and everything, you know, I am scrolling through Instagram, but it's also usually to find some inspiration, to find some new TikTok challenges that I can, like, you know, keep up to date with everything, their language, you know, things are very hectic, but, you know, that's usually a typical day. Also spending some time with my sister, her teaching me new things, me teaching her new things, you know. We get to learn from each other. So yeah, spending time with family and also being on social media.
And being on social media, so we cannot forget.
Cannot forget.
So do you promise to teach me what they are doing on TikTok right
100%.
now? You're going to teach me?
Yes.
Now,
you know, you actually find it on our stage. You're going to see a little TikTok moves there.
All right. Now, tell us, Shoni, let's quickly speak about your singing and your performing. When did you did say that you started singing when you were younger. How did you come about? And you have a new single that is out that we'll be seeing a bit later on. Tell us about your singing.
Well, I started singing when I was about 9 or 10. I went in studio with one of my school teachers and I did a cover for Moana. It was very trendy at the time and I really enjoyed it. 3 years later, I released my first debut, Shigi Shigi. It was absolutely amazing, so fun creating new music. And now I have Gumnandi out, and as well my brand new song called Brand New.
Brand new.
Yeah, my brand new song called Brand New. It's out now on all platforms, all 3 of those songs. I'm so excited to share with you guys.
All right. Now, one last thing. What would you say to other learners in high school that would love to be in the space that you're in, whether it's with modeling, whether it's with dancing, or just exploring their creative talents? And who would you say would be their biggest support to do that and to follow their dreams?
100%, their biggest support would have to be their parents. I mean, they're with them every day. The parents know what the children like. Parents should study their children and know what they're really comfortable in doing, not trying to force the child into doing things they're not comfortable with, and 100% they have to enjoy it. Yes. Really, especially in high school, we face a lot of peer pressure, a lot of things that are going on. It's very hectic, especially with school and everything. Just don't let anyone don't let anything or anyone dim your light. And, you know, if something happened in the past, just carry on, man. Don't dwell on what happened in the past. Actually, that's what my new song's about. Yeah,
No
brand new day,
dwelling.
no dwelling. If something negative happened in the past, just carry on, start afresh, start with a positive mindset, and just enjoy it. That's what my new song's about.
That is Uhloni Mkhwetyana right here on SABC2, where you belong. And that is what we're all about right here on Kids Newsroom. Uplifting young people, uplifting and saying to them that we must push forward and fly all across the globe. So now, until next week, same time, same place, from myself, Mhlonhlo Buhle Bendalo Kelepa, siyakudibana ngexesha elizayo.
And from me, Miss B, Murara Miss T, Ashley D, the Bonnie B Bonbon, it's goodbye. But you know it's not the end. See you again next week, Friday, same time, same place at 4:30 on SABC, SABC Plus, and DTT. It's a date. Over to you, Shani.
The stage is yours.
It's the feeling of the day while let loose. I got wind up in my head. I'm feeling brand new. Don't you wish you felt like me? Brand new. I got a few steps that'll set you free. Don't you waste your time thinking about yesterday? Get your best fit on when you look good. You wanna pay more attention to another chance you've got today. It's a brand new day. Let's have fun today. Feeling myself, you can see when I enter. Shiggy, shiggy, yeah, I'm doing my dance. Today I woke up feeling brand new, brand new, brand new. Feeling myself, you can see when I enter. Shiggy, shiggy, yeah, I'm doing my dance. Today I woke up feeling brand new, brand new, brand new. Brand new. My faith's in the Lord. I know I will soar on wings like eagles. I've been renewed and pure. Akakumi phakathi kugcwele uthando labantu. I will carry on. Have you ever danced like no one's watching you? Sukustresa. Feeling myself, you can see when I enter. Shiggy, shiggy, yeah, I'm doing my dance. Today I woke up feeling brand new, brand new, brand new. Feeling myself, you can see when I enter. Shiggy, shiggy, yeah, I'm doing